So Lucy, thank you very much indeed for coming into the studio. Can we just establish first of all what we mean by a social enterprise?
Well, a social enterprise is essentially a business that ploughs the majority of its profits back into society or the environment, and they have a strong social objective alongside that.
So a charity?
No, some charities are social enterprises, but they have to be trading to a certain degree. To at least 50% of their income has to come from trading. So it's not about organisations that are grant-led. Essentially, they have to be organisations that are in business, i.e. they are doing some enterprise type of work.
So they raise money for a service, in return for a service or even possibly some goods, but that money gets ploughed back into the business to support the business. And why is that social? What's the social purpose usually?
It can be all sorts of things. So, for instance, we've got a social enterprise that has the social enterprise mark. That's a funeral business, a funeral company. They set up as a family business, and they noticed that there was a niche really for people that couldn't afford a decent funeral. So what they did was they set up a separate social enterprise business that ploughs the profits from the profitable side of the funeral business back into providing funeral service for people that can't afford it, which is obviously an increasing amount in this current economic time.
So if you're a charity, you have charitable status and you have the Charities Commission that oversees that. Is that what your organisation is about? Is about ensuring that social enterprises are genuinely have a social purpose and aren't sort of, taking the profit out of the business?
Absolutely, and it was a direct reaction to the fact that there are quite a lot of companies at the moment that are getting into this space and saying that they're doing social good, but there's no guarantee that they are. So we have a certification panel that looks at each social enterprise that comes to us, looks at their legal structure and at the way that they trade, and ensures that there is, if you like, a very tangible way in which you can actually measure that, and it's not just words.
So it's important then that if people want to trade with a social enterprise, that they look for that social enterprise mark. It's some assurance that they're genuine.
Absolutely, it's a key. It's a shortcut for people to be able to see that the company that they're buying from is genuinely trading for society and in the environment. The closest analogy I would draw is the fair trade mark. So you see it, you buy from it, you know that you're doing some good.
Isn't it time that we gave this some official clout then, in the way that the Charities Commission has? So there's kind of an official sanction. We know that people have met the requirements, and that if they don't, they must go out of business.
I think that that's a good point. We think actually that the joy of the social enterprise mark is that it's actually quite a flexible structure. So as soon as you start to get into regulation, you can get very tied up with legal issues. So what we do is we actually say that we certify the organisation by what it does rather than the way that it's set up, if you like. So that's the joy of a certification scheme over a regulator.
But it's voluntary, that's my point, isn't it?
It is voluntary, yes.
There's no guarantees.
No, there's no guarantees unless you buy from the organisation that has the social enterprise mark.